ladies, this is how you get a man to do anything that you want him to do. All you gotta do is tell him to copy you and dying. Now, but all jokes aside, check out what she says.
All right, so we're coming up on our 19-year anniversary, and I've had a lot of people lately asking, how are you guys doing it? You know,
Right.
You seem to really like each other. What do you do?
Is a healthy marriage all
And I
about
always
sex?
hesitate to answer because I'm like, do I want to tell them what I'm really thinking? Or should I just make something up and be like, we just got lucky?
A lot of women need to hear this.
So here it is.
Here it is.
I'm going to say it.
And just in case you guys don't know, her relationship is doing okay. It's good. Okay? Her relationship is doing okay. It's just a lot of people don't understand what makes a marriage last long. But just listen to her.
Time, and then I'm never going to talk about this again. I think the key to staying together and enjoying each other is sex.
Facts!
And hear me out.
Facts!
Write me off. I think, well, obviously, finding new ways to make each other feel good is always going to be good. No one's getting hurt doing that.
Well, what she just said is incorrect. So, because I'm a generational X from a lot of experience with women and men, I'm going to tell you it's not just sex. There's two types of men out there. It's more likely going to be sex if the male is a beta. Okay? When a man is in his early stages of life, he will want to yearn it more. Okay? So most men, by 80%, are betas. So they're going to want it and want it and want it. After that peak tends to end, they're going to be more cerebral. Okay? More mental. If they're not really cerebral or mental, like myself, I'm a sapiosexual, alpha male, they are going to get bored. Okay, so sex will not be able to hold alpha males. Alpha males is not going to be dealing with monogamous relationships in the first place, so they're going to be dealing with multiple women on multiple mental mindsets. Okay, but beta men, however, okay, are going to settle. They're going to try to stay in a monogamous relationship because they didn't have enough confidence to tell her up front. He preferred polygyny, okay, in the first place. And as I said before, alphas don't do females who are not a virgin, and they don't do monogamous relationships. Love to them is a form of respect. So since I made that very clear, her relationship is going well is because she's found a beta male who basically is satisfied sexually just with her. And he don't want to spread his seeds with multiple women. He doesn't think on that alpha wavelength. All right. So let's continue on what she has to say.
Always going to be a good thing. Both people are going to benefit from that. The relationship's going to grow stronger from that. But it's more than that. I'm not just talking about like having great sex and lots of sex in the beginning of your relationship, because obviously that's fun and should be done. But I'm talking about like when you have little kids and when you're feeling like shit after having just had a baby, and all of those times when you don't feel like it, when you dig in. So like for me, in my own personal, I can't really speak for him, but for me, it's like whenever I didn't feel like it, it was a really good indicator of something being off. So maybe I wasn't.
Now, let me explain something to you. Most of the time, women are not naturally attracted to you when they want to settle down with you. As a female, I speak for most women and most men, okay? So I'm speaking because of experience and what they told me in testimonials from out of the horse's mouth. Most women, when they get with a male, they're usually settling for you because their time is almost up. So 9 times out of 10, if a woman is with a man, 80% of the time is because that woman is settling for, you know, just the nice guys. Just nice guys for last. And 9 times out of 10, if a beta male is with a beta female, he's going to be just desperate. He's going to be locked in. Okay, because I said before, beta men are more likely to be virgins. So we shall continue from there. Okay, and so the male is being mostly used because he was either forced into marriage, you know, passively or aggressively, or he had no other choice because he don't want to be alone. Okay, it was his choice because he was too passive about certain things. He didn't get enough education. He didn't know how to keep himself distracted, and that's yada yada. That's just facts. Okay, most men are not cerebral. They're not cerebral. Okay, when it comes down to women, they don't know how to talk to women. And when they get a female like her, okay, they'll just settle. Okay, same thing for women. Women will do the same thing when they already rode the cock carousel 1,000 times more than he has. Okay, and then settle for him, and then end up getting divorced by 70%. And also another thing too, most women are not sexually satisfied by the mates that they finally choose to settle down with when it comes to marriage. This is what I was told. This is what I'm told by the females behind the scenes, because I'm a therapist. So, other than that, that's all I really wanted to say about that. Let's continue on what he has to say.
Feeling listened to or heard, or wasn't feeling good about my body, or my hormone panel was fucked and I needed to get that looked at, or something is going on. The schedule needs to be looked at again and go, hey, we're not getting enough sleep, I'm not getting enough help. Whatever it is, we're not taking enough time. We're not making us a priority and making enough time to connect. So, like, if you're not into it and feeling like making love, there's a reason. Because it's a natural thing to want. I'm sorry, but it is. Like, we need it. It's good for us. So if you're not feeling that, there's a reason and it needs to be looked at. And in looking at that and digging into that, you end up doing what? In looking at, why am I not attracted to this person right now? Why am I not vibing it? You end up fixing the relationship and making it stronger.
But
so
it's
is
not
it all about sex? Yes.
No.
Okay.
Because in taking time out of your crazy life.
You can tell this guy on the bottom is a beta. He really wants sex. He said, okay, okay. Calm down, dude. It's not all about sex. Let's continue.
Whether it's with kids or careers or whatever's going on.
Yeah, another thing too. Regardless of the kids, there's always ways of finding sex. Yeah, getting sex. But I'm telling you, if you're a sapiosexual and you're mental, sex is gonna fade real quick. Okay, no matter how beautiful she is. Okay. But on top of that, you'll have too many women to deal with. If you're alpha, you're not going to be dealing with one female, same old cracker in the bed. It's not just lust either, okay? It's about procreation, all right? Men's purpose is to procreate, not to be subjugated, okay? All right? Or isolated by a woman, one woman especially, that, okay? But anyway, let's continue on.
In taking time to figure out how do we keep this connection alive between us is caring enough about the relationship to make it last. Because if you'll do that for that when life is so busy and it's so easy to put to the side because there's so much going on, when you say no, us connecting and feeling that, keeping that fire alive and feeling that, like, the vibe of, like, wanting the person you're laying in bed next to. If you can lay in bed next to someone every day and not want to make love to them, something's off. Something's off. You need to fix it.
You need to stay therapy. You need to stay therapy. So she said a lot of great things, but the things that make her stand out above and beyond other women of today's age is her level of self-awareness, which is why Kevin Samuels talked about therapy so much.
She don't have any self-awareness, and Kevin Samuels is not a therapist. But anyway, I'm going to end it right here, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Other than that, I hope you get my message to my madness here. Okay, you come to me for the knowledge. I don't do all of the flashy stuff like everybody wants me to do. I just rather do it behind the scenes because it's more efficient. I ain't got to worry about I skip out the third man, okay? Other than that, I do professional services behind the scenes. You know how to follow me on my Patreon. Pretty cheap, pretty reasonable. Moderation of amount. A virtual boyfriend, of course, and many other things. Teacher, father, and a self-advisor. Okay, I'm not an image consulter, okay? But I am esoteric, okay? Other than that, you know where to find me. Check my YouTube, check my TikTok. I'm on Facebook. You know how to find me. Check my credentials down below, who I am. And that's all I really got to say, guys. So I don't know how I'm going to title this. I'm going to title this video about a woman speaks out on how to keep the marriage together. What keeps a marriage together, okay, depends on the male and the female. Big time. But most of the time, the female is going to need some therapy, or most of the time, the guy's going to have to start having more standards, because most guys have very little standards. And most women have even more little standards, okay? Because I teach guys how to have more standards so they won't, bang a female who's already rode the cock carousel. That's disgusting, right? Okay, and I teach women how to settle for their type. Okay, so if you read my credentials, I'm also on Twitch, guys, Monday through Thursday. And other than that, that's all I really got to say, because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. And also, side note, I digress here. Not all empaths are good. I got to make a video about that, okay? Because, sometimes people think that the devil is all bad and God is all good, okay? And these things are just definitely not true, okay? Other than that, peace.